everybody. This is Natalie from Light of Ascension Tarot. Thank you for being here today and happy Halloween coming up in a few days. I thought I would do a Halloween reading for everyone and we would let the ancestors speak on it, okay? So if there's a problem in your life or something that you're anxious about, worried about, or has just been something on your mind for a while here, we are going to let the ancestors, your ancestors in particular, speak on it, okay? Of course, Halloween or Samhain definitely is ancestor, appreciation for the ancestors and appreciation for the ones that came before us. And some people think that's just for people in their family that they knew, that have passed away. But the truth is, it could be people from your lineage several generations back that you never even knew, but are with you. It could be a family friend. It could be a friend from a long time ago that passed. It could be a beloved pet that passed. I mean, anybody and everyone, okay, that has a stake in your incarnation, that has a stake in you living out the best life possible while you're on planet Earth, and whoever is following your journey for their own benefit as well, to gain knowledge and wisdom from our journeys, right? Because a lot of times we think, well, we're in form, we're in matter, right? And so we don't know as much as those who are in spirit, or we don't have anything to teach them. They can only teach us. But that's also false, I believe, because we're the boots on the ground right now, and we're all here carrying out very important work for our lineages. And if you're watching this channel and you're watching this video, rest assured you are carrying out important work for your lineage and important work for your human family as well. So, and when I say lineage in the spirit world, we can have friends in the spirit world that never incarnated in this lifetime, but maybe we were with them in many other lifetimes. When we're on the earth plane, we don't have full visibility into every mystery that surrounds us, and that is interesting because we spend a lot of time trying to make contact with the divine, but and touch that part and understand that part of who we are and what that means. But yeah, it's a very interesting thing when we talk and commune with the spirit world. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and let the ancestors speak on anything that is happening. And I drew this beautiful card called Communication. If you guys can look at the screen and see this beautiful card. And I just love this picture. I think it's really beautiful. And I feel like really connected to this picture too, of this woman here and with the wolf kind of right in her ear. And it's also card number 9, which is my life path number. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put that there for us as a reminder that we're always in communication with the divine and with our ancestors, okay? So let's go ahead and get into the different piles. You can go directly to my description box below to choose the pile that resonates most with you. Also, you can feel free to watch more than one pile if you really would like to do that, if you'd like to hear multiple messages. Okay, I'm gonna take a drink of water. Always got to drink more water. It's a problem, okay? So let's go ahead. And for the first pile, we have this beautiful piece of green fluorite. If you're drawn to this wonderful piece of green fluorite, you will choose pile number 1. For pile number 2, we have a black obsidian pyramid. If you're drawn to this black obsidian pyramid, you will choose pile number 2. And for pile number 3, we have this gorgeous piece of Labradorite. I don't know if you guys can see the shine on it, but it is definitely there. And yeah, so if you're drawn to pile number 3, you will choose the Labradorite or pile number 3. And again, the links will be in my description box below. And for those of you that are just new to this channel or discovering me through this channel, I do have an entirely other channel called Power Moon Tarot or Natalie H. And the link to that channel is in my description box below. And that channel is quite a bit different than this channel. And it's nice to have two places to do kind of two different things. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it for my beautiful pile number ones. We're going to start with pile number one. And I'm going to put the other piles aside. Excuse my voice if I'm a little nasally or itchy. We had some crazy winds in Austin over the last couple days. Like, the winds were just insane. So yeah, if I sound like a little allergy ridden, that would be why. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay. Pile number one, welcome to your reading. You chose the green fluorite, and today's reading is a happy Halloween celebration of Samhain and Halloween reading, and we are going to let the ancestors speak on it. If there's any problem that you've been working on or anything that's been puzzling you, or you just feel that you really need some advice for what's coming ahead and what's happening right now, we are going to go ahead and get some advice from your ancestors. Okay, pile number one, to celebrate All Hallows Eve. So let's go ahead and channel it in. Spirits, angels, and guides, and particularly the ancestors, for my beautiful pile number ones, please connect with me now. Spirit, please clear my head of any distractions, any worries, any negativity. Let me fully drop into this reading for my beautiful pile number ones, and let me connect purely with their ancestors, please. Okay. All right. Alrighty then, pile number one. Let's go ahead and see what your ancestors would like to talk to you about today. We have Yule and rebirth. So Yule is Christmas season, and yeah, I am seeing the initial H. I'm also seeing EP here. EP could refer to a record or a Christmas song or initials of someone. I'm also seeing H here too. So those could be your initials or your ancestor that is in spirit. But I definitely feel like, sometimes the whole time, basically Yule and on Yule, it's like the darkest day of the year, right? But this doesn't feel dark to me at all. This feels like the fires are burning, and the energy is returning, okay? Because after that shortest day of the year, the sun returns and starts its gradual climb again to the vernal equinox. So yeah, I feel like your ancestors are saying, Christmas time or Yule is going to be a very important time for you, pile number one, and it is going to be a time of rebirth for you and of clarity and a time of hope and a time to look forward and a time to clear the energy from 2021 to rebirth yourself into 2022. Okay, so very cool, very interesting energy. I feel a lot of clarity. I'm really drawn to this sun here. Like, the sun is shining really bright, I feel, even though it's Christmas time, okay? And I know there are people that watch me from the Southern Hemisphere too. So, but I do feel like the fires are going and the sun is shining, and I feel this could be a very cozy time with you, or for some of you, maybe this was the time of year that your ancestors really enjoyed with you. We have Yod and Destiny. Okay, so Yod is like the finger of God in astrology, and basically what it's saying here is that the process that you are going through now and through Scorpio season and Sagittarius season as we get closer into December this is all shaping your destiny. This is all, the Yod to me can also be like, a tower that needs to happen or a moment that needs to happen to kind of realign us to our destiny. But I don't feel this in any kind of a harsh way. Pile number one, I just feel like your ancestors are saying, congratulations, like you're going to meet your destiny, okay? And Christmas time is going to be a rebirth for you. We have the ring and a strong bond and obligations. The ring, okay? So a ring could refer to, the commitments and relationships that we make, or a long-term commitment or an obligation that we have to our partner. I also see the Ace of Wands here, or the Ace of Clubs, which would be the Ace of Wands in the tarot. So yeah, I mean, a strong bond forged in integrity. Your ancestors talking to you about, you know, the sense of something being a strong bond versus an obligation, right? If it's an obligation, I mean, obligations, you know, we're all accountable, right? To ourselves, to our lives, but it's nicer to think of it as a strong bond, okay? A strong bond that is bonding you to your destiny. I feel pile number one, like reaffirming your destiny. This is the right path. This is the right decision. You know, all roads lead to Rome type of thing, okay? So we have the Lamb energy, okay? One of your ancestors, some of you could have a younger ancestor or a child or somebody that was younger than you as well here, or someone that just had a very innocent personality, had a very sweet, loving, innocent personality, may even be like a little bit naive. But this person is not naive. I feel like they're like, no, I hear everything, I see everything, I'm just not like always reacting to it, okay? And I feel like this ancestor is saying, you know, faithfully, you know, I'm yours faithfully, okay? I think that's a Journey song. I'm yours faithfully, okay? Always by your side, I'm yours faithfully, here with you, watching, and making sure that this part of yourself, like, I feel it's almost like innocence rebirthed, okay? It's almost like a fresh start, an innocence rebirthed, and strongly aligning and committing to your life purpose and your life path in 2022. I feel like I feel the ancestors, they really want to talk about 2022 and the way that you're wrapping up this year, the way that you're wrapping up 2021, okay? Moonstone and sacred, very soft energy. I feel like this ancestor is saying, you are so sacred to me, and I've watched you, like, you know, come from the bottom all the way up. I'm watching you shine. You are very sacred. You are very loved. And I'm watching, you know, your rebirth and everything that's been happening here. And I feel like your ancestor is saying your journey is very sacred and important. Don't let anyone ever make you feel like it's not, pile number one, because it is, okay? We have waxing moon and growth. Yes, 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 pile number one, the growth of your destiny, the sacredness of your path, the rebirth to better and brighter days ahead. You standing in the sun, you being in the light, pile number one, okay? You committing further to your life path and growing in that, and not being jaded or bitter about any road that you've been down, I feel like, okay? It's all orientating you. It's all showing you the right path. It's all showing you where you're headed, right? So I feel like, you know, do you guys know that song by Enya called The Return to Innocence? I am feeling that song here, ancestors talking about this. Oh my God. We have the ageless and the light in the dark. The ageless, the timeless, right? And when we think about time and age, we think a lot about Saturn energy, which of course, you know, Yule is during Capricorn season and Saturn rules Capricorn here. So we have the ageless and the light in the darkness, okay? Healing, graciousness, and acceptance, all right? Acceptance of your path, acceptance of where this is leading you to a stronger bond, to a stronger commitment here. And I love that this ancestor, it looks like they're holding like a really big, they're holding a light here, but it looks almost like they're holding a really big moonstone. Okay, so I don't know if somebody here likes moonstone. We could have Cancer, Capricorn energy, because moonstone to me feels like Cancer energy. And I feel like this person for you guys, this ancestor, if you know who they are, or it could be a guide as well here too, but I'm going with ancestors. And I feel like this ancestor has bright blue eyes or has blue eyes, okay? And they're saying like you're timeless, you're ageless, it's never too late. It's never too late to do what you want. Ace of Wands, the ring, it's never too late to find a new path, and it's never too late to find healing, graciousness, and acceptance of your path, okay? I love that. Happiness, here you guys are. Oh my God. I see the canary here. It's also making me think of, it's the canary out of the cage. So it's like, you know, and there's the butterfly here too. You guys know that. I'm also seeing the Libra scales here, which could be Libra energy of an ancestor or you. And I'm also seeing the letter A and the number 2 here. But Spirit is telling me like, I know why the cage bird sings, you know, which, but I feel like you're being, which is a book by Maya Angelou called I Know When the Cage Bird Sings. And I feel like this canary is sitting on the glyph of Jupiter, right? Talking about the higher spiritual learnings and knowledges that one has gained, okay? And like, being released from that cage, being released from that pile number 1 and finding happiness again. It's almost like the joy of a child. It's like the joy of a child. It's like, oh my God. And I think you're going to be so happy, pile number 1. Look at this smile. Just total gratitude, total happiness. Thank you so much, right? And yeah, I love that. And when we're ageless too, we're not focused on like, I'm decrepit, I'm getting older, you know, it's like, no. Like we're ageless and we always can rebirth and we always can, you know, come back better than before, right? And we always can restart that rebirthing cycle and find some beautiful happiness, okay? I feel like this ancestor is like, yep, they got a smile on their face, like pile number 1, you're gonna be super happy. And we have Walk Your Truth, card 35, okay? So your path, what you're deciding to do, your destiny. Pile number 1, if you've been feeling like, I don't know if this is my destiny anymore, or I don't know if I should be committed to this. This feels more like an obligation, and I don't know if I can do this for my entire life, or I'm not sure if this is really me. I feel like Spirit and your ancestors are saying here, and it's almost like when little kids make a handprint. Do you guys remember doing that, like out of clay when you're a kid, and you would make a handprint, and then you would like give it to a parent or give it to your grandparent? I feel like, you know, the palm tells the story. There's a whole type of divination associated, of course, with reading the lines in the palms and fate and destiny and walking your truth and knowing your individual self and who you are. And I also feel like this palm here is a high five from your ancestors. It's like high five, pile number 1. Walk your truth, okay? We see you, we support you. Be fearless. Oh my God. Oh shit. Pile number 1. That's how we grow, right? That's how we meet our destiny. And I mentioned the tower earlier, but actually I don't feel this is a tower. I feel this is a lighthouse, okay? I feel this is actually a lighthouse in the background. And yeah, it's shining the light. You guys may be afraid of something or something coming ahead on your path, like, oh, I don't know. But I feel like Spirit is saying that's not a tower, it's a lighthouse, okay? It's a lighthouse. And we're shining our light on you. So be fearless, be bold, okay? Walk your truth and be fearless. Your ancestors are saying you have nothing to prove to anyone. You know, you be fearless and walk your truth. We have full moon in Leo. Don't let pride get in your way. And this, I feel like, has to do with graciousness and acceptance. We're not going to be able to change other people at this juncture. We're not going to be able to make people understand from our perspective, you know, why something is the way it is. Like, we're not going to, and sometimes we just have to be that gracious host, you know, and maybe some of you are going to be graciously hosting something coming up, or you're going to have an opportunity to give someone else acceptance and be the light for them. But Spirit is just saying, reminding you, don't let pride get in your way, and be gracious and be accepting of others. And it's going to be healing for you to do that. Pile number one, okay? And if people are being very if people are, being very stubborn or prideful with you, Spirit is saying, be the bigger person here, and don't let somebody else's like pride or need to be right get in your way either, okay? Be gracious, because the faster you do, the quicker you're gonna move into a healing energy. Okay. Oh my God, romantic love. Wow. So your ancestors here really wanting to tell you about regaining that sense of hope and innocence and happiness and belief that, good things can happen to you, and that something in your life is actually true and real and can feel good for you, okay? And yeah, so, and I mean, that's interesting. We have the ring, and which to me is like a ring, a strong bond, like a freaking ring on someone's hand. And then we have romantic love here. So the frequency of romantic love supports our journey to feel whole and complete through the experience and reflection of a conscious lover. Okay, it's not like we need others to complete us. It's not that. It's just, what we can experience in life, what we can, what can we enjoy and experience, and also learn about ourselves and learn about other through this experience of loving and also unconditional love, I feel like. And I feel like also, if any of you have somebody in spirit that was a romantic partner of yours that passed on, I feel like they're acknowledging your guys' love right now. Okay. All right. Pile number one. That's not going to resonate for everyone, but I do feel somebody here is going to watch that and they're going to be like, yep, I know. Okay. So I'm feeling that too. Let's go ahead. And they're saying, walk your truth, but don't let pride get in your way. There's nothing wrong with walking your truth and being a lighthouse and being fearless about what you want to do, but don't become, so stubborn, right? That we can't let something go. Okay. Because there's a rebirth that's coming for you here. All right. And yeah, or maybe some of you have a partner that has a tendency to do that. And Spirit is just saying, that's okay. Your ancestors are saying, you are who you are. You walk your truth. You be fearless with who you are. Be the light for others. Be gracious. Be accepting to others. And be the light in the darkness. It says it right here on this card. Be mature, be ageless, be the light in the darkness. And I feel like you guys are already that, right? Be the observer, don't get caught in the struggle, is what I feel like. Your rebirth is coming, okay? Pile number one. So let's see what else what other messages did the ancestors have for pile number one? The High Priestess. We are connecting with you all the time. We are right here with you. We are guiding you. There's an owl here too. So some of you may have an owl animal totem. But your ancestors are saying, we're here with you. We're observing everything. The High Priestess kind of being the silent observer, but staying above things and your ancestors want to say, we're here observing and we're watching and we're with you and we're giving you information all the time, but we're not interfering on your path. We definitely do not interfere on your path. We trust you, first of all, we can't, but we also trust you to make the decisions that are right for you, because you're an advanced being. All right. Pile number one with the High Priestess here. We have the Three of Swords. So yeah, some of you guys maybe, and I was going to say, I saw some tears on this High Priestess. So some of the things that you may be thinking lately, like, I'm not ever going to get what I want. I'm not ever going to find love. I'm not ever going to, really connect with someone, like psychically, intimately, where we just like know what each other are thinking and feeling. I feel like some of you guys may be saying that too, or you're worried about some intuitive information that you've been getting about a situation as well. Okay, and yeah, this, oh, and you know what? My cards just kind of went flying there for a second. Okay, so I feel some of you guys are like, yeah, I am getting downloads, I am getting insights, but I'm not necessarily like, some of it is worrying me or upsetting me. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what your ancestors have to say about this. Pile number one, ancestors, what is your advice? What is your advice to my pile number ones here on this? We have the tower, okay, and as I mentioned, and this tower isn't even a tower. Again, we keep seeing towers, but they're not actual towers. One's a lighthouse, and the other one here looks like a spaceship, you know? It looks like a spaceship. And I think the ancestors are telling you here that, you know, and it looks like one of the legs of this tower or the structure here, one of the legs is a little bit broken on it, or there's some energy leakage, or there's some slippage here, or there is something that needs to be addressed. So ancestors, what say you regarding this tower for my pile number ones? Obviously, you know, this might be where the fear is coming in, because we have this be fearless here and walk your truth. Okay, sometimes we can be worried about that, because it's like, well, what does that mean then for a relationship? What does that mean then for a friendship? What does that mean then for a job, right? What does that mean, right? We have the Seven of Wands here, so interesting. I'm going to get two more cards. Ancestors, please guide me for pile number one. What say you? What say you? I feel they're saying we're protecting you. We're protecting you from any breakdowns here. Yeah, have faith. The Hierophant. We hear your prayers. We hear you. We hear what you're saying. We receive you. And, you know, they're protecting you is what I feel like they're saying here. We got your back, okay? Pile number one, if there's any decision that you're like, man, I've been getting downloads about something, and for some of you, it may be about love or a relationship. It doesn't have to be a love relationship. It could be a friendship, a job situation, something within yourself that you know, like something's got to give, or something, there's going to be a moment where a decision is made, or where something finally comes out, right? Because with the High Priestess, something could be hidden, and we're trying to find out what it is, but the more we push, the more it feels like shit, okay, with the Three of Swords. So your ancestors are saying, like, don't push anything right now. We're protecting you. We hear your prayers. Have faith, okay? We've got your back. Have faith, okay? If there's something you're concerned about, you're worried about, that is giving you a lot of pause, okay? So let's see. Let's see what else here from the ancestors. What else here? What else from the ancestors? What else, please? What else, please? We have the Devil. Okay, so yeah, they're saying there's nothing that, you know, you don't always see it, pile number one, because you're like, I don't know, you know, like here she is in the spider web on the Eight of Swords, like shit, you know, like what did I just get myself into here? And I don't know if I like this, okay? You might not always see it, but here's the Star card, and here's the World card, okay? So, you know, you're a very special person, pile number one, and I feel like your path and your destiny is guaranteed, and your rebirth is assured here with the World card, and things are not as bad as they seem, I feel, okay? And the Devil too can be where we're letting things that, you know, we're letting things get to us. We're just letting things get to us, right? And we have weird feelings, and we're letting something get to us. But I feel like this Hierophant is blocking that, okay? This Hierophant, I feel like your ancestors, they hear your prayers, they hear your thoughts, they hear what you're saying, and, you know, there's a door here, and there's a little bit of space for something to get through, but they're watching that door so carefully for you, pile number one. They're watching it so carefully for you, and they are standing in front of your house right now with a bat and a mop and a bucket, and they're gonna clean up anything that shows up on your doorstep, and they're also gonna get after anything that tries to come at you that isn't meant for you, okay? And the devil doesn't stand a fucking chance compared to, you know, the Hierophant, okay? The Hierophant is the spiritual intercession and the medium between two worlds. So, and the Hierophant is like a big brick in between yourself and an outcome that you may be fearing or thinking is happening, all right? And for some of you guys, it may be somebody that you feel is controlling an outcome, or somebody that is, you know, really, really like gonna disappoint you, or you're not gonna be able to see it coming, or that someone's fucking with you, even pile number one. Some of you guys may feel that way, okay? And that somebody like came up and bashed the side of something that was the foundation of something that was standing on for you, pile number one. And your ancestors are saying no. They're saying no, 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 no. We hear you, we see you, we understand you, and we have the door open, but it's only for what is meant for you. Okay, pile number one, it's only for what is meant for you. And if you guys are afraid of sliding back into old behaviors or letting someone else have all the control while you just wonder what's gonna happen next, like, is time gonna run out here and this person's gonna let me down, or they're going to, you know, be malicious and they're just gonna run down the clock and wait for me to struggle and suffer, okay? Your ancestors are saying, no, 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 that is not what's gonna happen here, all right? Get a mop and a bucket, all right, pile number one. So your ancestors are like, we got your back. 7 of Wands, all right? Nothing is gonna get through us, we promise you, okay? Let's see what else. One last message here. There's the 10 of Cups. Okay, there's your happiness. There's your happiness, pile number one. This is what you've been working so hard for. This is what you have been hoping so much for. This is what you have been leveling up to, okay? This is the peace and comfort and, you know, feeling satisfied, you know, and feeling at peace. And look at that fire going in the background, and look at the fire here too on this Yule card. And to me, this looks like, you know, it's winter time or Christmas time, and these two, the cat and the dog, are snuggled up against one another. And yeah, that also reminds me of like a Christmas time, or having that sense of intimacy, having that sense of trust, having that sense of companionship, and just feeling really comfortable with someone in your life, or within yourself, or with where you're at with something, okay? So your ancestors are saying, we're not gonna let anything ruin this for you. We're not gonna let any energies in that are not right for you. And we are certainly not going to, you know, we certainly don't want you to let your fears kind of overtake you here, okay? So they're saying, walk your truth and be fearless, okay? And what that leads to, pile number one, is your beautiful 10 of Cups, okay? So pile number one, I hope that that reading resonated for you. I hope that it gave you some direction. Your ancestors really wanting to talk about your destiny and your growth and your strong commitment to that right now, okay? So thank you so much, pile number one, and many blessings. Happy Samhain and happy Halloween to all that celebrate and love, okay? So thank you so much, pile number one, and let's go ahead and move on to pile number two. Let's do it for my beautiful pile number twos. All right. Let's do it. Let's do it. Pile number 2, welcome to your reading. You chose the Black Obsidian Pyramid. And I love this pyramid because I feel like it soaks up the energy, but it also just is very reassuring. It's very root chakra, very grounding, and it's got that kind of deep, like everything's gonna be okay kind of feeling to it, okay? So we are going to ask the ancestors to speak on it during this reading. Happy Halloween, happy Samhain, pile number 2 for those that celebrate. And today is an open reading to the ancestors to let them speak to you, pile number 2, about anything that they want to talk to you about, okay? If there's anything that's been troubling you, pile number 2, if there's anything that's left you confused, scratching your head, what's really going on here? What's this bigger theme happening in my life? I'm not sure right now. Okay, we're gonna ask the ancestors to come through and bring some light of information to us, okay? Spirits, angels, and guides, particularly the ancestors, please step forward for my beautiful pile number 2s, please and thank you. Okay, so your ancestors already told me red scarf, okay? So I don't know if you guys have a red scarf that you bring out, you know, during winter time, or if you had one when you were younger, or there's a picture of someone with a red scarf, but they're telling me red scarf, okay? They're also showing me a diary as well. So I don't know if you guys journal or you've done that recently, or you need to journal, or it's something that you want to do, or get things out on paper, or there's writing that you need to do, but I definitely feel that energy as well, pile number 2, okay? So let's go ahead. And I feel like if any of you here who are tarot readers as well, or you do some type of spiritual healing work, or you're an occultist, or, you know, just someone of that nature, you know what I mean, an astrologer, a tarot reader, yeah, you study the ancient mysteries. I feel like your ancestors are like, yeah, they're saying, yeah, pile number. They're going to say a lot more than yeah, but I feel like there's a thumbs up or there's an acknowledgement of that in this pile too. So let's go ahead, my beautiful pile number 2s, and see what the ancestors say. Ooh, alchemists, no wonder, no wonder. You guys are alchemists, all right? And for those of you that are witches, for those of you that are like kitchen witches, herbalists, you know, plant witches, for those of you that are cultists, that are learned in certain trades and tricks of the occult in general. Like, this is a really important time of the year for those of us that identify with that. And your ancestors coming through, giving an acknowledgement of, you know, your abilities, all right? I feel like some of you here could be sorcerers or shamans, and maybe you don't think of yourself that way, but your ancestors do. And some of you may have ancestors down your family line that also have that energy about them as well. And I feel like there's one ancestor here in particular that's saying, yes, that's true. And, but I feel like it had to be hidden, or I feel like it had to be kind of downplayed. But there, I feel for some of you, you do have that in your family line, all right? And it is there. And I feel like one of them is saying that. You know, there's a lot of ancestors here right now. And, but there is one that stepped forward that said, yes, we have that in our family line, but we had, you know, it hasn't been like widely publicized or known, okay? And yeah, and they're just acknowledging you, pile number 2, that you're a true alchemist and that you work with, you know, the energies of, you know, fire, water, air, and earth, okay? Like the alchemist and spirit, right? The 5th element. So let's see. Ooh, there was a flying card right there. It just came and hit me. All right, your ancestors are like, hit me, you know? Can you keep up? Do you guys remember that song by Destiny's Child called Catch My Breath? It hit me. Can you keep up? I feel like your ancestors are saying that to me right now. We have Leo and I will. So some of you guys may have Leo in your own charts, or you may have an ancestor with Leo coming through, or an ancestor that had some type of notoriety in their field, or some type of fame, or there might be some people in your ancestry that you know had some type of, you know, fame, okay, is also what I'm feeling here too. And we have I will. Okay, let's see what else I can read out, because there's a word here. Have it. Have it. You have it too. I see the word have it. Like HAVE, have it. Okay? I feel like they're saying, yeah, ace. Like you're an ace. You have it too. You have it too. Okay? Ace is also what they're saying. And they're also showing me Regulus, which is, I think Regulus is an asteroid, isn't it, in Leo? Let's see what else I can get from this card. What else do you want to show me? I definitely feel like the hand is stretched out to you. I see someone holding a baby. I see an ancestor holding a baby. This is an ancestor I feel like held you as a baby. Okay? And I almost feel like they gave you, I'm getting the name Luca. I'm seeing EH here. I'm also seeing someone that has LUKA, Luke. It could be Luke or Luca, all right? Somebody in your family or something that you know, or the last name or something like that. But I am seeing that, okay? And I feel like someone could have had a scar on their leg or stitches on their leg, like a big scar, all right? And yeah, I feel like this person is saying they held you when you were a child, and it's almost like they said, it's not almost like they did. They said a blessing over you. They said a blessing over you, and they connected psychically with you at that moment when you were a child, pile number 2, okay? And they're saying like, you know, they established that bond from you, and maybe they didn't get to hold you a lot or all the time or even see you all the time. You know, maybe they passed shortly after, but I feel like in that moment, it's like they connected their energy with your energy, and, you know, the link is there, all right? The link is still there. And yeah, very interesting. It's like a sphinx, like with the riddles to solve, okay? And that's very cool, pile number 2. This is super cool reading. We have here the bottle, spiritual, and occult learnings. Are you fucking kidding me? All right. These look like spell jars to me right here. Some very, very well done spell jars with like a pentacle carved on the top of it. Some of you doing some amazing witchcraft in your kitchens. And maybe some of you are just touching into that now, but I mean, it's there. It's definitely there. The energy is there. I'm also seeing the letter A. I'm seeing AA as well. So maybe someone was in AA that's an ancestor here that's showing up. Or maybe someone here in your family was in AA, but I'm also seeing that too, okay? We have spiritual and occult learnings. Your ancestor, particularly this one ancestor that I feel like blessed you and connected with you psychically from the time you were a baby, and you might not have even known it, pile number 2, is here now with you, and they're helping you learn occult learnings and spiritual learnings. Damn, pile number 2. I also feel like this ancestor is saying, I will. As in essence, they're like, I will watch over you. I will connect with you. I will always be close to you, okay? And I feel like I'm seeing the word activist here. So somebody could have been an activist in the past, or someone in your family line you might have heard about. We have whale energy. It goes deep, okay? It goes so deep with the whale energy, water energy. We could have Leo signs and water signs here too, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But this person, this ancestor, knew a lot more than they even let on, pile number 2, okay? They knew a lot. They knew a lot. They know your soul, okay? They're trying to tell you, I know your soul, right? And through you, I feel like they are also knowing more of their soul too. I feel you and this person, this ancestor that you share a very deep bond here, very ancient, deep bond, and you and this ancestor are both very ancient souls, pile number 2. I feel like the whales, some of the most majestic creatures in the ocean and on the planet and have been around for a really, really, really long time. Okay, very psychic energy here too with the whale. And I feel like this ancestor is saying, like, I'm very, very proud of you. I'm proud of the way that you've handled things in your life, pile number 2. I'm proud of the way that you've handled things emotionally. And some of you may have had, difficult circumstances at times emotionally, I feel, pile number 2. But this ancestor is saying, you're so strong. You just keep on swimming, okay? And we have the bat. Yeah, bat energy as an animal totem. We have bat and journey here. And bat as an animal totem is a tough one. That's a real tough one, talking about some pretty difficult journeys to kind of get to where you are today spiritually, pile number 2. But I feel like you've never really shied away from something that was challenging. You just, bats are the only mammals that can fly. It's kind of fucking weird, And I feel like you guys kind of defy the impossible in a way. Okay, and it's very, very strong energy, pile number 2. We have air and consciousness. Okay, so this ancestor wants you to be very conscious of the fact that they are with you, and that they're still conscious as a spirit as well, and that you really become conscious of them. I'm seeing the word sake, like the Japanese drink sake. Okay, maybe you love that, or you had that with this person, or maybe someone has Japanese roots, but I am seeing that here too. This person wants you to be really conscious of where you come from, and the work that you're doing, right? And to not sell yourself short, or to sell your journey short either. We could have air signs here, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius as well. We have Thanatos, the Warden of Dis, okay? Completion, support, and expediency, okay? So the Warden, Thanatos, as the Warden of Dis, all right? And this big, intimidating creature that looks like they're the enforcer here happens to be holding this blue butterfly on the tips of its fingers, okay? And this ancestor is very powerful in the spirit world, pile number 2, okay? And they're telling you, like, we are increasing and supporting your abilities and making you more conscious of why things happened the way they did in your life, okay? And this ancestor being like very, very protective of you, but also maybe sometimes coming down. You may feel like, I don't know, do you guys come down hard on yourself? Did this ancestor come down hard on you? Did some of you have a father figure here that came down very hard on you, or an ancestor that did, or a grandfather, father figure? I feel like this person is saying, I know, they're conscious of that, and what a difficult journey it's been, all right? And talking about how they're gentler and they've changed now. Okay, with this blue butterfly kind of resting on its fingertips. I also feel like this is a message for you, pile number 2, to honor that the strength within you, and that your ancestors are helping you to finish things quickly with expediency here. Okay, they're supporting you. And if you're trying to learn new things and grow in your own consciousness as an occultist or as a magician, I feel like this ancestor is like, I am helping you to speed that along. We have home. Oh my gosh, home. And I see here up in the tree, I see a crow or a raven, which your ancestor may appear to you as a black bird. You may see birds outside of your house, or blackbirds outside of your house. And I feel like your ancestors are saying, that is us. We are protecting your home. All right. I'm seeing the sign of Gemini here as well. And your ancestors are saying, we are protecting your space and your home. And yeah, and nothing, you're safe. I feel like that's what they also want to tell you, is that they've got your back and you're safe, okay? And you're safe and you're going to be comfortable, pile number 2, okay? And maybe some of you thinking about leaving a home with the bat and journey here, or thinking about, I might have a new home somewhere. I might sell my home. I might move. Okay. If some of you are working through that, or you've been thinking about that, and maybe you just got the idea out of nowhere, consciousness, and you're like, maybe I should switch something up here. I feel like this ancestor is saying, you know, we're going to make this quick and painless for you and support you if this is really what you want to do. Okay. We have the worlds within worlds. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. I mean, that's big time energy. Worlds within worlds. And I feel like this ancestor is saying that you, pile number 2, you've incarnated in many different worlds in many different ways. And this definitely isn't your first go around by any means. And also that they are in different worlds right now as well, helping you to complete and support you in a very fast way to get what you are seeking here, okay? And I'm seeing the initials H and S here, which to me also feels like high school. They could be bringing up something about high school, but I am seeing H and S, and yeah, let's see if I can see anything else here. I see a D and a G, okay? A D and a G. And I feel like they're just saying, you know what? We're aligning everything for you. We're getting everything ready for you here. We have self-worth, okay? And wow, look at those eyes. Beautiful. Beautiful. Look at the blue hair here too, and the blue butterfly, and the bluish grayish eyes. Wow. Okay. Your ancestor talking to you about self-worth. Okay. And what a journey that's been for you to become conscious of that. Like sometimes we don't even know, we don't feel a sense of home within ourselves, or that we belong, or that we belong anywhere. A lot of occultists, a lot of magicians, you know, we feel that way. Like, where do we find home? How far do we have to go to find people that are like us, right? And it can make somebody feel like, damn, you know, like why would that be? You know, like, am I not lovable? Am I not acceptable? And I feel like this ancestor is saying, it's not that you're not lovable or acceptable. You're just a very unique person. You're a very special person. Okay. And I feel like that's finally occurring to you, pile number 2. Like, it's not that, you know, you can navigate even on the earth plane. I feel, pile number 2, different levels within the earth plane, you know, middle earth, lower earth, upper earth. But also, I feel like different levels of talking to people and existing with people. I feel like you can do that, but where you want to exist at is a much deeper place. And it's a beautiful place to exist. And, you know, I think maybe in high school, some of you guys struggled with self-worth, or you struggled with knowing your value, or who you are, or what you're here for. But this guide is saying, you know, we are showing you, and this is something you're working on and building day by day by day. Okay, pile number 2, we have, oh my God, full moon in Aquarius. Show the world the real you, right? So there can be a sense of home. Like, we like home because it feels safe. Maybe some of you guys are homebodies here. And, you know, we don't like always, like, it can be like scary to take the journey. It can be, you know, we like to be at home in our own space. But Spirit is saying here, show the world the real you. Okay. Don't hide behind anything. Pile number 2, show the world the real you. Believe me, the world can take it. And if they can't take it, well, it's their fucking loss, okay? And show the world the real you. So you're feeling really at home in the world that you exist in, right? And for people that are very intuitive, empathic, for people that are magicians and witches and old souls of the world, it's very hard to feel at home on this planet. I know. And some of us have been journeying away from home for a very, very long time. Okay, there's a lot of layers there, pile number 2, but I feel like Spirit is saying, you know, don't hold back, show the world the real you. Also, people are going to respond to you in a really lovely way. I feel, pile number 2. Ooh, we have prosperity. The frequency of prosperity supports our feelings of well-being by allowing the inclusion of everything that makes our mind, body, spirit, and soul sing. It invites us to express ourselves in joyful celebration of the abundance and riches that the universe provides. Oh, and look at the connection between all things here. And it's exciting. Prosperity is exciting. And it's not just about money. It's about, you know, a life where we feel like we're making a difference, where we feel like we have the energy to do what we want to do and we're excited about doing it, you know, and we don't feel closed off from like our own inner power or self-worth, and we're interacting with others in our environment, right? So Spirit here talking to you about prosperity, okay? And yeah, pile number 2, I like your reading. Let's go ahead and get more messages. Let's go to the tarot now and get more messages. Oh my God, and I just noticed this right now. Actually, this World Within Worlds and Prosperity, card 36 and card 36 right here. So 3 and 6 could be a special number to you, or the number 36 if some of you are around that age or you're turning that age soon, or you remember what was going on with you at the time when you were 36, but Spirit wanting to, or your ancestors wanting to draw attention to that, to the number 36 here, which is really interesting. Okay, I was trying to see if there's any other numbers. There's a 23 here too, so maybe 23 is also important. 23 and 27. All right, so let's go ahead and see what your ancestors would like you to know right now. What would the ancestors, like pile number 2, to know right now? Don't hold yourself back is what they're saying, okay? Don't hold yourself back. Everybody has bad days. Don't hold yourself back. I feel like they're saying that. Okay, we have the world. The world needs you as much as you need the world, you know? It's a mutual reception. It's a mutual relationship. And this is freeing. This is freeing for you. I feel like it's exciting. It's different. It's, you know, it's like letting go after playing it safe. It's like saying, you know what? I'm just going to go with the flow. I'm going to go with the energy. I'm going to trust myself in this situation. And yeah. And look at the cat. All right. I don't know if anybody in this pile has a cat or has had a cat before, but I definitely feel like a cat is showing up in this reading. Maybe you have a kitty cat in spirit. But yeah, I'm also seeing, like, you know how, I don't know what, is it Polish or is it in some European country where you have all those little tiny hot dogs and they're like hooked together? I'm seeing that too. I also see watermelon and pineapple and bread. So, but I'm definitely drawn to those. I feel like somebody here could like Mai Tais as well. Okay, if I'm hitting on an ancestor that like these things, or you really like these things, but those little hot dogs that connect to one another is what I feel like I'm also seeing here, all right, from an ancestor. Yeah, I feel like your ancestors are saying, you know, let go, don't be so serious, let go, everything's gonna be fine. Talking about completion with Thanatos here, the world card is definitely about completion. And you have the world within worlds here, and then you have the world card, okay? So the world really needs what you're bringing, pile number 2. Let's see what else. Let's see what else they would like to tell my pile number 2s. My pile number 2s. It's okay if you're shy. It's okay if you're like, oh, I don't know, I need more training, or I need to do more. Like, I feel like this ancestor is saying, just go, like, go for it. Yeah, the King of Swords, go for it. You don't need any more, you know. I feel like your ancestor, this is your ancestor saying, this right here, this, okay? And I'm drawn to this blue book with a symbol on it too. But I feel like your ancestors are saying, no, like, you know. Here's another cat too here. You know, you have a ton of knowledge, pile number 2. And their knowledge is always growing. We're always learning. We're always evolving. I feel like your ancestor is saying there's something. For those of you, when I mentioned writing, or I mentioned something about a particular book or journaling, or a passage, here is that book. It's right here. There is something important for you to see or look at or write or do. I feel like your ancestor is pointing to a book, okay? Which is interesting. And the world is ready for you, pile number 2. All right, King of Swords can be a Gemini in the tarot as well. I mentioned Gemini earlier. The world is ready for you, pile number 2. Okay, like they're ready to receive your knowledge. So your ancestors are like, you got it. All right, you're going to keep learning as you go, but you already know so much. So be confident in that. Show the world the real you. Let's see what else. What else would they like to say? I feel like they're also saying read the fine print. For those of you that are signing any contracts, or you are signing a lease, or you're going in on something with someone, or you're signing an employment agreement, or whatever it is that you're signing for a purchase, whatever, I feel like, or a prenup even, anything like that, pile number 2, I feel like your ancestors are saying, read the fine print, okay? And they're going to help you if there's any important decisions that you need to make coming up. And with the High Priestess here, I mentioned some of you guys could be readers. You could be tarot readers yourself, or aspiring, or you're very good at it already. But, there's a lot of ways to do divination. Here's marbles, here's a crystal ball, here's scrying. Bibliomancy is using books to come up, just turning to a page and finding the answer. But here's the High Priestess, and wouldn't you know, she's got a tarot card spread in front of her. It looks like the beginning of a Celtic cross. And talking about all the books behind you in the background. And again, it's not just your intellectual powers, pile number 2, but it also is your intuition and your trusting as well. And the world is ready for you. The world is ready to see you in action. The world is ready to receive you, pile number 2, is what I feel like your guides are saying, and your ancestors are saying too as well, okay? And the kitty is in every single card here. But let's go ahead. The kitty's a troublemaker, like knocking over things. Some of you guys could have had a cat that I feel like was like a human, or a dog, right? It doesn't have to be a cat, but I am seeing a cat here, like that was almost human-like in a way. Okay, we have the 7 of Wands. So I feel like they're just saying, look at this. The freaking Magician is on the bottom of the deck. Here is you guys, okay? What you waiting for? 2 of Wands, the Magician. Okay, there's just been some nervous energy here, some things you've been working through, maybe personally, pile number 2, some fears, some things that have come up, just some, things that you've had to work through. Here's Judgment again. I was seeing that too. Big changes for you as of 2020. I feel pile number 2 for you. Big changes coming in, and it can make us feel like, damn, like what's left after the fire. But you guys are on it, okay? Here's the Magician and the 2 of Wands, all right? And here's the 2 of Wands holding the world in his or her hand again, all right? So the power is in your hands, pile number 2, is what I have to tell you. And maybe in the past, with this 7 of Wands here, you felt like people were like gonna tell you, you're not doing this right. You're not, there could be a sense of feeling defensive, or feeling like you have to be perfect, or feeling like other people are gonna come after you for what you believe or what you're trying to do, and be like, that's not the right way to do it, or that is not, like, we know better than you, and this is the way you need to do it, okay? And some of you might have dealt with that energy before. And these guides are saying, and your ancestors, I'm bringing up your guides now too, because your guides are involved in this now. And they're saying the world is ready for you. You have enough knowledge. You have a right to do what you're doing. Pile number 2 is what I want you to know. For those of you that are practicing or writing, or your tarot readers, or whatever it is, or you're working on writing something or a manuscript, or you're speaking on something, or you're becoming an authority figure on something, the world needs your energy, pile number 2, and you're channeling, okay? You're trusting yourself. And it's the combination of intuitive abilities and trusting your gut and trusting the messages that you're getting and having that clear channel, but also being very smart and respected and learned in what you're doing. And that brings true success, which is the World card, okay? It's the combination of both that makes, that makes the best fucking pie in the world, is what I gotta say. Like, that is it right there. And if you have ever been worried, like people are not gonna be receptive, I have to be right 100% of the time, or there, especially I feel like for my women that are watching this, if there were men in the past that were like, this isn't real, what you're doing, or even guys that are watching this too, who had fathers that were like this, or, uncles or fathers, but I'm feeling drawn to a particular woman who might be watching this right now and telling you, pile number 2, if there were certain men in your life that were like, this isn't how you do it, this is how you do it, and like eroded your confidence or made you feel like that is not real, what you're doing isn't real, that's not the right way, and how dare you believe in yourself, how dare you have confidence, okay? I feel like this is literally the fucking bullshit that is, I just want to rip it in half for you, pile number 2. I'm getting mad even thinking about it for those of you that have gone through that experience. And let me tell you, this ancestor is not fucking around with this Thanatos energy. Okay, and they're just like, no, they're gentle here with the blue butterfly, but they're also like, the tendrils and the vibe coming off of them is like, no way will you be fucking with pile number 2, okay? So pile number 2, if you've had any energy like that in your life, we are just going to banish that energy from your life and, release it. Spirits, angels, and guides, if pile number 2 has dealt with any of that energy I was just explaining, please release this from pile number 2. Release this as not their burden to carry. They don't have anything to prove to anyone else. They are legit. Pile number 2 knows what they're doing, and we know you feel the same, spirit, so thank you. All right, so thank you so much, my pile number 2s. Here you are, the magician. Here you are, just waiting to be discovered, but I think it's happening, pile number 2, okay? So thank you so much, my loves. I hope that you enjoyed that reading. I hope that felt empowering to you. And I just send you many, many blessings for blessed Samhain and a happy Halloween to all who cross my path now and forever. Amen, pile number 2, okay? So I hope to see you again real soon, my lovelies, and take care. Let's go ahead and move on to pile number 3. Okay, pile number 3, let's do it. Let's do it, pile number 3. All right. Yeah. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose the Labradorite, and today's reading is a happy Halloween, happy Samhain reading, and we are letting the ancestors speak in this reading. If there's anything that's been on your heart and on your mind, we're going to see what the ancestors have to say about it. We're also just going to get their general advice and their general thoughts and feelings to you right now. Not general, but their heartfelt thoughts and feelings. Yeah, your ancestors are like, not general, Natalie. It's their heartfelt feelings. Thank you so much, ancestors. I can already feel them with me. Like, I love it when spirits correct me because they're like, no, that's not what I said or meant. And I'm like, all right, alrighty then. We have some bossy ancestors in the house, pile number 3. So they're laughing. They're laughing. I feel like some of you guys have ancestors here that could take a joke, that liked laughing or had a good sense of humor. So let's go ahead and get into it for my beautiful pile number 3s. Spirits, angels, and guides, and especially ancestors, for my beautiful pile number 3s. I can already feel your experience from the earth plane, and I can already just feel you in this reading showing up here for my pile number 3s today. Yeah. I feel a German ancestor is here because they're saying Edelweiss, Edelweiss. Isn't that a German thing. I feel like an ancestor is, someone here is making me smell cinnamon and another one is making me smell peppermint. Edelweiss, Edelweiss. Okay, somebody here could have German ancestry. What else, ancestors, would you like to bring forward? A teddy bear. Well, that's cute, but didn't everyone have a teddy bear? And they're like, no, 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 but this one had a hole on it, a big hole on it, or a patch on it, or it was, you know, like something got ripped on it and tried to be salvaged. Okay, for those of you that can resonate with that, thank you, Spirit, that stepped forward. And somebody's also giving me hot chocolate. So maybe somebody really liked hot chocolate or made you hot chocolate with marshmallows in it. I feel like is what they're saying. Okay, nothing's like, I feel like there's an ancestor here as well coming through for you, pile number 3, that's like, I feel almost like a kindly like grandmother or grandfather energy. I feel more grandmother, but like, you know, it could be grandfather too, but just like anything you want, you can have. Like, you know, somebody that kind of doted on you is what I'm getting. Okay, pile number 3. So your ancestors already like showing up. I feel like there's a crowd of them that are kind of here, pile number 3. So let's go ahead and find out what they have to say to you today. We have Watchtower of the North and Winter. Okay, so hail to the guardians of the Watchtower of the North. Are your ancestors from a cold place? Like originally, did they have to survive some pretty harsh winters back in the day? Was there stories about that? Yeah, I feel like that could be showing up here, but also just winter is coming up, right? And pretty soon, like we're right in the middle right now. I think we're still technically, yeah, we're still technically in fall. We're like in the middle of fall season because Samhain marks that halfway point. But winter's coming, you know, winter is coming. And what's that show? Game of Thrones, winter is coming. But it's not a bad thing because I feel like a sense of safety, and like I feel like an ancestor is saying, you know, thank God for modern amenities or something like that. Okay, somebody here like could have gotten frostbite as well, like multiple times, like an ancestor, or maybe you did, pile number 3. But let's see what else we have. The water element and sensing. Okay, so I feel like your ancestors are saying, we know that, I feel your ancestors in pile number 3, they're like very on it. And they're very psychically connected to you, and they know that you can sense them. They are saying, we know that you can sense us. We know that you can feel our presence. And even if it's not like words that you feel them from the heart space. Okay, that's why they kept mentioning the heart to me, because they feel, you can feel them from the heart space. You can feel their presence like clairsentience or emotionally. You can, it's not, they're correcting me, it's not even clairsentience, it's from the heart, okay? You can sense that they're with you, even during difficult times, even during challenging times, especially during challenging times. They're telling me when it seems like slim pickings, or it seems like dire, or even money-wise, or even just, you know, like struggles. I feel like, you know, they're like, you can sense me with you, is I feel like what they're saying, okay? Someone's showing me a black bird and the number 13 as well. And we have the sea, travel, new ventures, and fears, okay? So this is the 10 of swords because there's the 10 of spades on here. And, you know, it can be scary, right? I mean, the sea is exciting, and yeah, I feel like somebody here could have had something happen at sea. There could have been a drowning. I've just got to say it. I know this isn't going to resonate with everyone, but there could have been like someone almost did, or someone was scared of the water, or, you know, that type of thing. Okay. But I feel like, you know, this 10 of swords is saying, you know, during the times when you've been fearful, or you've been afraid, or you've had to go somewhere and you were afraid. Maybe some of you have been afraid of traveling or afraid of flying. I feel like this ancestor is like, you know, these ancestors are like, we're really, really close to you, watching watching out. And maybe some of you guys are starting some new ventures right now, or you're wanting to travel somewhere and you're like, I don't know how I would make that happen. I want to do it. I have this new vision, but I don't know how in the hell I would make that happen. Okay, so I feel like some of you, your ancestors, are going to talk to you about that. We have Moth, and I feel like some of you guys may feel like, because the moth is like so delicate, I feel like it can tear or rip easily. And I feel like maybe somebody told you guys, like in pile number 3, you know, like somebody could have made you feel weak, or somebody could have made you feel like something was impossible, you know? And I feel like somebody could have done this like mentally to you, making you feel like weak or something was impossible, or that you couldn't possibly do that, right? And your ancestors are saying that is not true at all. That is not true. You have been through many times in your life, pile number 3, with this winter card. You have been through, you know, you've been through ups and downs in life many times. And I'm thinking of a specific person in your life, pile number 3, that could have made you feel this way. For some of you, it could have been a romantic partner, or someone that you was just very invalidating to you. And I feel like Spirit is saying this is not true about you at all. Like, you've taken some tough journeys in your life, and you've had to be just guided by your intuition, and you know, just hoping you don't get burned up in the process. And I feel like, you know, there's been up and downs, pile number 3, but I feel like your ancestors are like, you know, mama didn't raise no punk, okay? Pile number 3, whether it's your mom or an ancestor, or an aunt, or who, you know, I feel like daddy, mama, grandpa, grandma didn't raise no punk, I feel like is what they're saying here. And yeah, and I feel like they're saying, you know, you've been through, that was my dog barking. Wow, that scared me for a second, pile number 3. And you have this 3. You have this 3 in pile number 3 with the C, okay? And they're saying, you know, all that you need will surely come to show. There's a song, all that you need will surely come to show. Yeah, I can't, all that you need will surely come to show, okay? I feel like is what they're saying to you, pile number 3. We have strength, yeah, pile number 3, the carnation, the beautiful carnation. And yeah, I mean, maybe some people, just because somebody else can't see something about you doesn't mean it's not true. You are very, very fucking strong, pile number 3. I want you to know that. And you're very resourceful as well. And you make the best out of the worst situations that come up, and you push through it, pile number 3, okay? So, and some of you guys, because you've had to go through these experiences, you may feel like the other shoe is gonna drop, or like you're sensing that something bad could happen. And I feel like Spirit is saying, no, 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 no. Plus, you've already pushed through so much, pile number 3. You've already pushed through. We have Celestite and Connect. Yeah, this is your ancestors right now saying, don't let these things, or these people, or these beliefs about yourself get you down. When you feel that, when you feel like you're not strong, or when you feel like somebody is really railing on you and not being helpful, and, you know, withholding from you, etc., or just plain being disruptive in your life in a mean way, I feel like your ancestors are saying, connect with us, okay? The Celestite, connect, okay? Coming under this water element and sensing. Sense us in your heart and connect with us is what they're saying, all right? Don't get too wrapped up in this whole thing of so-and-so did so-and-so and things like that, and what so-and-so said. Just connect with us through your heart space, and we're gonna work through that. We'll help you resolve that emotional energy. We have the Traveler, oh my God, and we have travel on this card, and then we also have the Traveler here. So a big theme coming up, like, do I have strength for this journey? Could I really do this? Can I believe in myself, or is this just an idea, right? And I feel like your ancestors want to talk to you about this, pile number 3, okay? And the traveler is the keeper of the crossroads. And that also reminds me of the goddess Hecate, who for sure is the keeper of the crossroads, which, you know, and I feel like there's this red light here and you're sensing a red light and it's like, why can't I go? I really, really want to go, you know? But there's some restlessness. So there's a need for independence. There's also some restlessness going on, probably in or around you, pile number 3. And there's also a need to appraise the situation for what it is, right? Because if there is an energy here that is affecting you, and like, no, you shouldn't take up this new venture. You shouldn't start this new business. You shouldn't do this new venture. You shouldn't go to this particular place. And I feel like some of you guys may have some people in your life who are acting this way towards you. And yeah, and I'm seeing a face along with this red light, like you can't do this. And like they're looking at you in a mean way, okay? And your ancestors are saying, turn away from this energy. It doesn't have this person. I feel like somebody's here who smokes as well. Somebody who smokes a cigar or somebody who smokes who is a mean asshole, okay? Pile number 3, I just gotta say. And I feel like Spirit is saying, your ancestors are saying, you're restless to get out of this situation and gain your independence from it, and you will. You're at a crossroads right now. And, you know, a lot of people get senioritis when they're at a crossroads. I know I've had that too, like when we're about ready to move into a new phase, to go from the 10 of Swords to get into a new phase. It can be like, whoa, you know, I'm sick of this. I'm fucking sick of this. I want to leave. I want to go. I don't want to put up with this shit anymore. And I feel like your ancestors are saying, connect with us, okay? And we're helping you, we're giving you strength, and you are very strong as well. We have new beginnings. Yeah, this is what you guys need, because something about where you're at now has become attached to some pain and suffering that really, really hurts you, pile number 3, okay? And it could have been, I'm getting Halloween. It could have been a Scorpio, or it could have been something that happened around Halloween. I'm also seeing the number 6, and I'm seeing it twice, once regular and the other way inverted here. So someone could have a birthday on the 6th or be born in June, or, you know, but take it only as it resonates, pile number 3 on that. I just have to tell you what I'm getting. But I feel like you guys are like, time's up. I can't stay in this place any fucking longer. I am sick of being at this crossroads. I am done. And I want this new beginning so bad I can fucking taste it. Okay, pile number 3. And here it is. Here's this beautiful new beginning. And I see butterflies here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 butterflies. All right. And yeah, what else do we have here? This new beginning is so interesting. There's so many things involved with it. Like, where will you go? There's so many landscapes here. I see mountains. I see kind of deserty. I see rock. I see, you know, I see a sun. I see a moon. I see so much here, and it's exciting. It's exciting, okay? Pile number 3, it's like, where will I go and what will I do next? I feel like for some of you, like maybe the mountains and like rock or the mountains are kind of calling you, or something that isn't completely flat, something that, you know, it kind of reminds me of like Sedona in a way, but this has more vegetation than Sedona. Like there's no water in this picture, which is interesting. But I do feel like there's this new beginning for you, and it's very like unexplored territory. It's very interesting. I also see birds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 birds and 8 butterflies. Interesting. 7 and 8. Yeah, there is a new beginning. Okay, you're at a crossroads right now. It's been tough, pile number 3. And you're ready to be done with it. I'm getting really drawn to this Cancer sign right here on my table. And some of you are just ready to leave home or leave something behind, or it could involve a Cancer as well. So let's see what else. We have card 19 and let go. Yeah, it's time to let go, because there's some place that you don't like anymore and doesn't feel good to you, and you've been really strong about hanging in there and you know, still kind of sticking it out. And I feel like your ancestors are saying, let go, you know, let go and go towards the light. It's soon it's going to be time to let go. It's going to be time to end this chapter and to let go of it. Okay. Ooh, oh shit. Pile number 3. I almost had an orgasm looking at this card. I swear to God, I've never seen it or pulled it in this deck, but it just looked so satisfying. And I'm like, whoa, your ancestors are so powerful. And I'm seeing a number 8 here. Again, I feel like I'm seeing an R and a B here, or RB, which could be your name, their name, or resonate with you in some way. But look at this card, pile number 3. Look at it. It's so beautiful. Surrender. Okay, surrender and let go. Yeah, let go. It's going to feel good to surrender and to just let go, to connect, to sense and connect and feel. And I feel like your ancestors are saying, like, anytime you're in water, anytime you're bathing, anytime you're showering, anytime, like, connect with us then, because water is such an amazing conductor, especially for like a heart connection. And yeah, I feel like they're saying, telling me something about your chin too. Keeping your chin up, or just surrender is what I feel here, pile number 3. And it's going to feel good. All right. It's going to feel like such an amazing release. And yeah. And anytime you're near water or you're in water, you can draw this energy into you. Say to spirit, I am ready to let go. I am ready to surrender. I am ready for a new beginning, okay? And, you know, you're at a crossroads right now, pile number 3, but the energy is going to shift for you, my dears, okay? Yeah, we have full moon in Gemini. The answers you need are coming, right? So I feel like some questions here with this red light and this need to make an appraisal of a situation, and, you know, who or what is holding you back and what the deal is here. And maybe the way that you think, because I don't like this thing, this weird looking creature that you are riding on. And maybe the way that you think you're going to get there or how you're going to do it is going to be different, because I don't really like the setup that is going on right now, pile number 3. And I definitely feel like answers are coming, which is good. Clarity, answers. Is this person or situation really stopping me, or what is going on here? Okay. And talking about that restless need to finally fucking get some answers here. Okay. And yeah, once you get the answers, then you can be on to your new beginning and surrender and let go. Oh, we have delight. And you know what is so crazy, pile number 3, is this let go card is number 19 and this delight card is number 19. And I wanted to mention something about this, because I feel like some of you may think that if you let go of something, you're not giving it like your all, right? And I feel like you guys are people that give everything your all, and you don't want to let people down, and you're very serious about that, right? And so some of you may feel like you're like acting childish, or you're not being mature, or you're acting like a 19-year-old or something if you let something go, right? And your ancestors are saying absolutely not. Go towards the light. We want you to let this go, because once you do, look at the yellow light here and look at this card of delight. Look what happens here. And your ancestors want you to delight in your life and this new beginning. All right. And you deserve that, pile number 3. You deserve that. And they want you to know that. Okay. The frequency of delight supports our capacity to create the experience and feelings of intense joy and happiness. The more delight we feel, the more delight we evoke in others, right? You delight in me, I delight in you. We're all delighted, okay? And I feel like your ancestors are saying, like, when you're the apple of their eyes. So when you're happy, they're happy. They feel your happiness too, you know? And They're also saying you don't ever have to worry about making them sad or putting that on yourself, pile number 3, but they just want you to know, like, when you're happy, they're happy, and it makes them feel delighted to know that too. And there's this huge message here about needing to surrender and getting some more answers here so you can make an appraisal of the situation, so you can have your new beginning. Then you can let go and be delighted, okay, in your new beginning. And it's so funny to me that these are both card number 19. That is absolutely crazy, because I obviously do not know, like when I'm shuffling and channeling before the reading the oracle cards, I don't know what's in the piles. I'm shuffling, I deal them out, I'm meditating while I'm doing it. And to have that happen, pile number 3, is such a huge confirmation that you deserve this new beginning, okay, pile number 3? So let's go ahead and see. Your ancestors are very particular. I'm like, okay, what else are you gonna correct me on? I'm like, all right, ancestors in pile number 3. Let's see what your ancestors have to tell you, okay? Let's get some tarot messages. What does pile number 3's ancestors? I feel like they're telling me you don't even need the tarot. Like, we can just tell you. But I'm like, hey, work with me here. The Queen of Wands. So here you are, pile number 3. Your ancestors are like, I could have told you pile number 3 was the Queen of Wands. Like, you didn't have to shuffle a tarot deck to tell me that, okay? So here you are, very powerful, very self-assured, a queen or a king in your own right. Solar plexus very strong, very determined, and very concrete in what you're choosing to do and the way you're choosing to live, okay? And very hot while you're doing it. Very beautiful as well, okay? Some of you guys having really beautiful long hair. I feel like your ancestors are talking about your hair right now as well. But yeah, your ancestors are like, and look at the tiger here. She's got her hand on the tiger, and the tiger's like, yeah, because she's rubbing his head, you know? And that's what you guys do, you know? It's not like I don't feel you guys want anyone to submit to you. You're not like that. It's like you lead through love, okay? Your power is through love. You lead through love. And that's what your ancestors want to tell you. Beautiful message, pile number 3. Really stunning message. Your ancestors are laughing at me right now because they're like, of course, pile number 3 is the Queen of Wands. That's what we've been trying to tell you all along. Didn't need the tarot to tell you that. Let's see what else they have to say. Oh my God, there's the Knight of Wands, all right? So if you believe in yourself and you know what you want, you're gonna make it happen, all right? And I also see this as a helpful person that's gonna help you get things sorted and get things moving to help get you where you wanna go, okay? And some actions that can be taken, or a helpful person. And I like you riding this chariot of fire with a lion way better than I do this creepy looking scorpion beetle fuckface thing over here. I don't know how, creepazoid, okay? I don't know how else to describe it. I like you, and I think your ancestors are saying, yeah, we like you better, like with this lion in front, being the one leading the charge, being independent, picking your own path, taking the action to make it happen, not waiting for other people's approval. But I do feel like there's somebody who can be helpful to you here, pile number 3, in making your decisions. Oh my God, here's the Queen of Wands. Yeah, oh my God, your ancestors are like, or the Queen of Swords. Not only are you the Queen of Wands, but you're the Queen of Swords. And your ancestors are saying, there is no way you're gonna take shit from anyone anymore, pile number 3, okay? And literally in this deck, this Queen of Swords has decapitated someone and she is holding on to their head, okay? So you better not fuck with the Queen of Swords. And I feel like your ancestors are saying it's gonna be swift and it's gonna be easy and you don't even have to really do much. I just feel like you're going to conquer this situation. I feel like your ancestors are saying you could do this with your eyes closed if you had to, okay? That's how much confidence they have in you, pile number 3. Do you feel that confidence in yourself? Because they know who you are for sure. Let's see. They're also telling me that you're a very creative being, and you're very smart as well too, and you can make your own path here. We have, the 3 of Cups. Oh my God. This is the energy of delight, okay? And they want to talk to you about what your future looks like and how this is going to shape up for you. And they're just saying, like, we're feeding you like amazing energy. We're uplifting your spirit. You're going to get it from all directions from us, is what they're saying, from multiple ancestors here. And it's just going to be sweet like honey, and it's very uplifting to the soul. That's what I love about the 3 of Cups. And I've actually been thinking about the 3 of Cups a lot lately, like, God, I need more 3 of Cups in my life too, you know? And I feel like they're giving me a gift as well for being your reader, pile number 3, and for telling you this. Thank you, ancestors. And they're very generous people. I feel your ancestors, they have so much confidence in you to make the right choices and be true to yourself and find your path, pile number 3. And they're like, all we have to do is just, you know, just sense us and feel us, and we'll help imbue you with the love and the affection that you need to find your joy and your delight in life, okay? And they're saying, like, so many people love you, pile number 3. And if you don't feel that way right now, like, I feel like they're saying this is what's ahead for you, you know, just really supportive, loving energy, which is very beautiful, okay? So let's get one more card. They really